Beating a level like that is not something that you can do in 2 hours and get out of the way. So unfortunately, I will be stepping away from Crossroads, because even if this project is due really soon, there is another project on the rise that I can do some more stuff for. I have some ambitious yet feasible plans that I can use to finally end the journey and satisfy the urge to do something difficult. That's right, this series now has a part 2 that was totally not foreshadowed by the previous video, which said part 1. So in this video, to compensate for not completing a New Hardest Classic level, I did a semi-hard classic level and a New Hardest platformer level, and platformer levels are, in my opinion, objectively easier. But don't get me wrong, these levels are still somewhat difficult, so stay tuned as we beat them both.
But first, a brief synopsis of the game. Geometry Dash is a simple, mostly one-button game with one simple goal: get to the end of a level without dying. There are multiple game modes to this, including the cube, which has a basic jump, the ship, or in this case the jetpack, which lets you fly in the air, and the UFO, which is a combination of both. The game is also separated into game types: Classic, where you scroll to the right and have no control of your direction, and Platformer, where you can control your direction. But don't underestimate this game. A broad range of difficulty is created, and that is a massive understatement. Climbing the skill ladder of this game is what got me into this series of videos in the first place. And here's how it all went down.
Hey guys, welcome to Geometry What's up guys, welcome to Geometry Dash. In this video we're going to be completing
Geometry Dash. In today's video,
we're going to be completing two insane
we're going to be
demons.
completing 2 sane demos.
Warning, this was not the case. This was recorded when I had different plans for this video than I did while editing this. So keep that in mind.
One in platform mode and the other in
One in
classic.
platform mode and the other one in classic.
This one is pretty quick, so I'll be doing this one in the middle of class.
You might want to read.
A quick disclaimer before we get to this part. The recording in this is deplorable. I mean, the video is high quality, but the screen recordings have low quality audio, and the in-game audio is prioritized over the microphone. So the dialogue is unintelligible in the first part of the video. It does get better with the second half, though, so that's a plus. However, most of the first part will still need a voiceover. So just bear with me for a little bit. As you probably collected, the first level I completed was called Chromicide by a creator named Kali. Being built in the platformer game type, it's centered around fast movements, most characterized by these dash orbs that propel the player, and even quicker inputs. This level was the first of its kind when it was released in late 2023 to early 2024. The level can be brute forced from checkpoint to checkpoint, as is the case with most platformer levels, but prior experience with the level greatly accelerated my progression through the whole thing. Heck, it was fast enough to have been completed in class, surrounded by my classmates, one of which was acting up earlier. What you just saw was actually the first section of the level, but this part was what was going to whoop me. I had to focus like I had never done before, because the patterns, especially in this checkpoint, were difficult to learn and time. So with this checkpoint in particular, I was having an incredibly rough time. Finally, this last checkpoint wasn't nearly as bad as the last checkpoint, but it did still take me a hot second. Especially because after doing this complicated pattern, there's a devious timing at the end, which I died to twice.
Yes, yes! Please don't joke. No! Okay.
But on the third attempt, the 10 moons that I would get from this level perfectly aligned.
Guys, we did it! We did it! GG! With the coin too. But that's basically a free coin. So, yeah, Chromicide by Kali. That's really fun. People have done it in less than a minute, which is crazy because it took me 15. But yeah, this is a pretty easy one for its difficulty. And that makes it a pretty suitable addition to this video because it's nice and short. Now on to the next one.
Epic transition.
And next up, welcome to Scissors by 2003 Devon. It's a hard demon. I know, this is gonna be a bit weird because my hardest is an insane demon, but I'm going for this because it's the hardest of a specific kind of gimmick with the dual game mode, which is basically where you play as 2 players at once. So I'll be going through this in practice as I explain the level. So this level is really cool. 2003 Devon, the creator of this level, he has a style where he combines realistic drawings with this kind of grounded block design, I think. He has like a lot of solid references in his works with text, and this gameplay is indeed very gimmicky, but also quite fun. Like, I really enjoy this, and like pulling it off is absolutely a really good feeling. This is one of the parts that I struggle with the most because of this wave and spider section. And also the cube and UFO timing right there. And there's that section at the end where you have to keep the top section afloat by quickly tapping. Because if you tap for longer than you need to, the ship will accelerate high and run into those spikes, which is a pretty clever gimmick, I will say. Also, when you die, you notice a little dual trail for what you're supposed to do. At that point where you balance the wave and the ship, it kind of swaps the swoopy motion of the ship with the good diagonal movement of the wave, which is kind of funny. And there we go. This last section, it isn't too bad. Like these spike boxes that look really intimidating, their hitboxes aren't actually that bad. Like, as you can see, they're little red boxes in the middle. Oh, and I should explain, this is using the show hitboxes option, where in practice mode, you can see the collision boxes for what you can slide on and what can kill you. It's like a neat little trick to use whenever you're learning something. I'm just gonna get a run from this wave to the end really quick, and I'll turn off show hitboxes. But yeah, when I have this completed, it'll be my hardest level focusing on this 2-player gimmick. I haven't really played many levels focusing on it. It's a pretty niche thing to make whole levels on. So I'll just focus up and lock in, you know? And then maybe I'll get some more runs from that point. GG. Yeah, be high to not be down. I don't know if that's a reference or not, but it is one of the examples of things that this creator puts into his levels randomly and for no apparent reason. It is why I find his style really cool, and it is why I find this level especially cool, and why I want to beat it. So, yeah, cut to me getting another good run. And there we go. Yeah. This level was really cool. Cut to me going for it from the beginning, like the very beginning. Hello? Editor, can you cut me there? Please? Hey, editor! Editor!
Another epic transition.
Wow. Okay, that was really fast. I was not expecting to do that so quickly after doing that. But yeah, that's all the footage I'm getting for this. That's good. So this level, it's really fun. Like if you put in the time to learn it, it becomes just like clockwork. It turns from being extremely confusing to just becoming second nature to pull off all of the parts, and it's really satisfying to get to the end of that journey. So yeah, this is my hardest dual focused level completed. That was really fast. I was not expecting to do it that quickly after I stopped recording runs. I needed to get footage, so here we are. Cut to outro, I guess. Editor? Come on, editor. You're better than this, editor. Editor! Editor!
Last epic transition, I promise.
And there you have it. That's the end of my journey to do something difficult, with the help of Chromicide by Kali and Scissors by 2003 Devin. Or Devin 2003, whatever he wants to be called. It feels great to beat levels that are marked as that difficult, because it really shows as a moniker of my progression with this game. I feel like I'm really getting better, and I'm gonna keep getting better with harder levels. I guess my original plans for doing this, beating Crossroads by Embed, wasn't good enough because 1, I procrastinated for way too long, and 2, it was just really overstepping my bounds. Like, these 2 levels, they were ones that I could knock out pretty easily, but still show some kind of progression, you know? But yeah, it really shows that if your original plans for doing something don't always work out, there's always other ways to do stuff in the end. That's certainly something that I've come to learn from this. So finally, I hope that you enjoyed this 2-part series, and I hope that I can show off what I do in the future on my YouTube channel. I hope that it grows too. So stay tuned for more content. This was my final project for my media class, so unfortunately, I don't think I'll be providing any more edited content to this channel for a while, but that's fine. I can always just record any new artists that I do. But until that happens, goodbye, I guess.